Test and start streaming. Boom. Okay. Hello. Boom. Oh my gosh, my mic doesn't sound terrible. Let's go. Okay, so this OBS update fucked me up. Alright, let's start this over. It's a writing stream. I've been really into writing, and I just wanted to try this out. Writing on stream. Maybe somebody will steal my entire story idea. Do I care? Do they have the effort to probably do all that? Probably not. We'll see how it goes. You never know. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of explain what's going on. So if you can read up here, this is a love story including an apple. Okay, sounds stupid. I'll explain. So it started out as a romance novel that I was gonna write, make fun of a friend. And I said, give me a noun. He gave me apple, which is a thing. And I said, I'll write a romance novel, including an apple somewhere in it. Here we go. But then I started to write it, and then things got a little bit more serious. Now I'm like really into this. So far, I have a prologue, and I started writing chapter 1. And whenever we start to write again, that's where we're gonna pick back up. So right now we have the prologue. Oh, let me pull back up the chat. Ooh, baby. Baby, yeah. Tools. How to get chat window in OBS. Use your browser to go to head over your chat section and click on the settings icon in the bottom. What? Use your browser to go to your channel. Pop out chat. Oh. Well, that works out, doesn't it? Okay. Easy. Just shrink this a bit over here. And then boom. Easy enough. Okay. So let me read this out. So this is the prologue. This is basically the character himself talking from the future. And it's titled Oh My How I've Changed, because he's changed. There's going to be character development to hopefully look forward to, because why would I read it if there's nothing to look forward to, am I right? So let's start it off. When hope, it's kind of bad whenever I can't read my own writing. When momentary happiness comes to a close upon which the majority of people will continue on with their lives, others remain stagnant, which from their allotted time to reminiscence guided them so. Maybe what I just shared is extremely self-portrayed, but movement and change crucially needs us as people forward. As those who wish to be the very best personage, it is crucial to always be ahead. Now, and I digress that in my own personal analytical way of life, surpassing myself and those around me was how to get to my own goals from which no exception was to be made. How funny it is that things worked, though, because one day I was completely and utterly defeated. When the story goes with one another being the protagonist in their own life, I didn't stop to think and realize that I was playing not just the lead, but my own antagonist as well. Guardian angels do exist, and they come in any fathomable form. Surprising to me at that time was the stagnance which frustrated and belittled me, changed us. I understand that this is a lot, but here's the point. Stagnance from my perspective was failure, but selfishness floods understanding. Only when letting go of your values do you fail. So, kind of what's happening here is I'm explaining how I changed, how the character changed. I'm gonna say I because it's easier. This is a first person look, and I can like relate myself to this character or whatever. So I like to add like a lot of there's a lot of foreshadowing in this. This is, as I said, something to look forward to. Foreshadowing. You don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but you know something is gonna happen. I hate whenever audience knows something's like exactly what's gonna happen before it happens, which is kind of boring or lame for the most part, unless it's like, ooh, but then you did this differently than what was predicted. And I'm like, man, that's kind of boring as hell because, like, why can't you just show not tell? Like, you don't necessarily like. It's not like everybody's saying everything they're thinking. Like, it just feels forced to some degree. But anyways, like, there are some details which I very much enjoy. Like I said, surprising to me at that time was the stagnance which frustrated me and belittled me changed us. See, I use us because I mean, like, if it was us, I don't know. Figure that out. I'm writing it. I understand that this is a lot, but here's the point. Stagnance, from my perspective, was failure. So, relating back to this part here at the beginning, others remain stagnant, which from their allotted time to reminiscence guided themselves. That a lot of time that reminiscent is like time to think really after something. So it's like momentary happiness comes to a close, which a lot of people will continue on with their lives, because like life happens, people move on. But others remain stagnant because after that happiness that ended, which most of the people move on, they decided to like stay or like do what is stagnant necessarily. I don't know. I mean, well, I do know, but that's for you to figure out. And because that time to think, they decided to do that. And stagnance, which the character previously thought was failure, he now realized was his own selfish thinking and him thinking wrong. And now he's only saying it's okay to be stagnant, but if you let go of your values while doing so, then you fail. There's actually this one anime. It just got a second season. Okay. It's an isekai anime kid wizard. Yeah, here it is. Mushoku Tensei. If that's how you say it. Jobless reincarnation. So what happens here is he gets bullied heavily in school. It's a basic isekai, but there is one thing out of this that I really love, right? And so, of course, he's like fat guy gets bullied or whatever, and he goes outside for the first time in forever. They finally gets hit by a car. Now I'm gonna spoil a little bit. So here in the second season, you figure out more about his human life and on Earth in our world where he gets to, and he had a friend that used to come over, and he was just stuck, and then he finally like lost control, yelled at his friend, and his friend never came back, and so he's stuck there all alone. But then one day he's been stuck all alone, like inside. He's never had the courage to go back outside, but he still has his values of like what makes a person good or what makes a person bad. He still has those values, right? It's finally he realizes time for me to go outside. And whenever he went outside, of course, he died, and now he's in this world. But I think deep down, he still was a really good person. So relating that back to this story, it's like stagnance, from my perspective, was failure, but selfishness floods understanding. Only when letting go of your values do you fail. So that character in that isekai, he was stuck. Like maybe it was a selfish kind of stuck, but he was stuck. But he didn't let go of his values, and he realized one day what he did wrong is just more time for him to pull himself together. One day he gets up and he walks outside. Of course he does. Oh fuck, that sucks. Oh well. But then it's interesting. Like, it's kind of painful to hear. Like, after all that time, he finally gets up and dies. Well, not everything in life is gonna go the way you want it to. And that's alright. And in this isekai, that's where the whole story starts. He's born and he's like, he'll become a wizard. And actually, I do like the progression because he doesn't, like, he starts as a baby. And even to the second season, he's still a kid. Like, I think he's a teenager. And there's a lot of character development. And I will say, this is one of the better isekais. Like, it doesn't feel like a mass-produced anime. It feels like the art is good, story is good. The way they do the intro and outro feels very seamless and fluid. I really enjoy it. It's a great show and magnificent story, even though it can be predictable at times. It is anime. MC has MC armor, of course, but it's good. Let's throw on some. I don't know what that is. Let's throw on some music. I actually really like this album. Alright, so now on to chapter 1. Driven by Confidence. Now this is back to where the main character is. Like, this is where the story actually starts. Prologue, no start of story, end of story, past, end of story, beginning of story, now. So, Driven by Confidence, here we go. Let me turn this down a little. There we go. You cannot hear that anymore. I don't think this is copyrighted. Maybe it is. I don't see any copyright. Okay, so chapter 1, Driven by Confidence. So this is an immature self, young boy in high school. I haven't said that he was in high school yet in the story, but now you have a spoiler. So, future president-to-be now enters the room. Lights. Flick. Step after step, my stride gets even more confident than it already was. There might as well be pumped-up jazz playing at this point. Truly the only thing that could ruin this stellar morning is this bathroom. I love it. I truly do. It allows me to do bathroom things, doesn't it? And this not-so-stellar bathroom is the not-so-stellar shower tub. With its tan-flavored attraction comes a bucket and a paint roller, which were oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna pause this. With this tan-flavored attraction comes a bucket and a paint roller, which were originally going to be used for renovations within the house. But with optional chores comes the inevitable slacker mentality that plagues much of society. I will add that the walls add much to the restroom. The drywall from here to there is very artistically fresh, paired with a mirror. Nonetheless, I recognize its improperness, but compared to those with households made of glass ready to shatter on top of them, it has a comforting vibe. Come on, I mean, only the truest poetry could be made from just the reflection. So that's just 2 paragraphs, so let's run it back. Great morning, by the way, for this character. Future president to be, so he thinks he will be. He announces himself. He is future president to be. Lights. He is pizzazz. He's outgoing. He has confidence. And I think there's a lot of character in just this first paragraph. Like, doesn't he sound like a fun guy to be around? I don't know. Maybe not. Some people might find him a little bit extra, but I think it's a little bit interesting. So I say, in this not so stellar bathroom is the not so stellar shower tub. So I say it's a shower and a tub. I didn't want to say shower because there are just individually showers. It is a bathtub as well, but you know, it's like one of those shower tub. And tan, I say tan flavor with this tan flavored attraction. I'm acting as though it is like something cool, so it's an attraction and it's flavored. It's not colored. It's flavored. That sounded cool in my head to say. You know how it is. So there's a bucket and a paint roller, which were originally going to be used for renovations within the house, but with optional chores comes the inevitable slacker mentality that plagues much of society. We don't know if it's necessarily him that was supposed to do that or somebody else, but we know that it is a thing and that there is stuff in the tub. And so since there's stuff in the tub, we can only assume that that shower tub is not in use. And then we say the drywall, so like obviously we're heading back to the paint roller, it needs to be painted. All that. But I think my favorite thing in this is I recognize its improperness. So obviously it's not like a normal household. It is improper. But compared to those with households made of glass, so glass, shiny. If you ever read The Glass Castle, this will make a lot more sense. But it still makes sense if you haven't read The Glass Castle, because if you think of a glass castle, okay, it's a giant castle made of glass. And you know what glass is? Fragile. Boom. It looks shiny and you can see through it, and it's ready to shatter at any time. So, but compared to those with households made of glass, ready to shatter on top of them. So it's basically glass. It looks shiny and you can see through it. You can see what's going on in their life, and it's ready to shatter on top of them. So their life is not together, but compared to his, it has a comforting vibe because it isn't made of glass and ready to shatter. It's just not proper. So I say, come on, I mean, only the truest of poetry could be made from just the reflection. So the mirror can see the drywall and the person, and so I don't know, I thought it was pretty unique to say poetry could be made from just the reflection, because thinking about it, that's a pretty cool poem talking about the reflection. Like, I wanted this character to be smart, and he's making some pretty freaking smart remarks. And you know who wrote this? Me. That means I'm a freaking genius. Hell yeah. Right? So then listing the final two attributes worth mentioning are the sink with the long countertop cluttered with many routines, and the toilet ridden by the plant on top of it. So a lot of routines, like obvious. So that means it's just cluttered with stuff on top of it, and it's a long countertop with a sink. And it's also a plant on top of it. I like to say it was ridden, like it's being rode, like a horse or something. Just means it's on top of the thing. I don't know. Fun. And I say, out of everything that I find the loveliest, it is most definitely the plant, but I'm just going to say that her life must be terrifying. It is this female counterpart of the plant. So I added that it was a female counterpart because I wanted to say that this character was smart. And you're kind of getting that slowly. And they also want to be president, so you're getting one of their goals, right? Future president to be. But why is this plant's life terrifying? So, when she was introduced to the room called the restroom, she must have felt extreme happiness, but wouldn't she soon find out that much unrest happens here? That means, so if you've ever seen that meme, why is it called the restroom when I'm fighting for my life in here? Yeah, people poop, and it smells. Toxic fumes, which flood the air, must make you shrivel. I'm sorry, little one. Little Thanos reference. There's a lot of references. I like to reference things, but I also like to go about it in a smart, fun way. And I think I did that. So yay me. I am an amazing author, aren't I? Take my headphones off. Kinda hard to talk. I realize that it's kinda hard to talk with headphones on, and I guess I don't realize it whenever I'm gaming, but now I kinda feel it. So, besides the point, it functions and has character that in the end does not bother my Excelsior mood. So we said up top here, I will And truly the only thing that could ruin this silly morning is this bathroom. And so then we like say what's going on, but he actually enjoys it. So besides the point, it functions in yeah, it doesn't ruin the Excelsior mood, which Excelsior. Stan Lee said that. I don't know, like in the context he says it doesn't really make much sense, but here it makes sense. I'm sorry, Stan Lee, you're a smart guy, you're a nice guy, but like Excelsior hero, I guess that means go on hero, you're excellent though. So excellent mood though. Previously in the past when the world was about to end with my dream. So, wow, the world was about to end along with my dream. I had to slowly watch my widow's peak rise further up in my head, into my head. So this is like him being dramatic, kind of fun. I don't know, I like being, he's charismatic. Charismatic people are dramatic sometimes for fun, I would say. At least I am. And this character is, so when the world was about to end along with my dream. So the world was about to end because he had to watch his widow peak rise further into his head, and his dream was also going to end because his dream was ending. That's how much his dream matters to him, basically. Should a freshman in high school really have the fear of going bald so early in his lifespan? Should they? Probably not. Once again, being dramatic, but it's fun and funny to me. Realistically, I have no idea how that even happened to begin with. Why should I be punished by such a fate? Curse the world. I am being punished by the world. Why is my fate so terrible and sad? Moving on, considering my age and my family genetics, I should have been able to grow out a disgusting mullet for whatever reason I saw fit. Is that? There should be a... Oh. I guess it is together. Suddenly, though, after many lenient remonstrance, my own mother took pity upon me. So if you don't know what these words mean, it's basically an argument, and here he's like basically complaining to his mother, but to make it fancy, because his character is smart, he makes it seem as though he made an educated argument to his mother, and she took pity upon him and decided to shed light upon their genetic failures to nearby dermatologist. Carry on. Dermatologist deals with hair. The investigation found that I have early onset balding. Now taking time to think, who would want to have a bald president? I can't think of a single president who was bald that was actually good. If anyone else can, then I would kindly ask them to no longer speak. I didn't care to look up if there was an actual bald president, and I threw that in there because it was funny, because I don't think this character cares whether any president in the past was bald or not. I guess we could look it up. It seems like no bald presidents in the past. Throughout history, something called science has evolved to the point in which we have developed a pill that undermines this villainous trait. I don't know, I like to be a little sarcastic. Sarcastically. Science has evolved to the point in which we have developed a pill that undermines this villainous trait. Now every morning upon the many routines left in the bathroom counter, I reach for the orange cylinder and I'm gonna change this. Which holds this medicine and take one capsule. I think that sounds better. Now every morning upon the many routines left on the bathroom counter, I reach for an orange cylinder which holds this medicine. So I reach for the orange cylinder which holds this medicine. And I want to say, like, and I take one basically, but capsule. Tiny paper cups stored. What is a cabinet? What defines a cabinet? Cabinet definition. Yeah, I think cabinet works. Stored in a cabinet. Drawer. Let's look up a synonym. Synonym for hold. Tiny paper cup stored in the cabinet drawer. For future bearing of okay, so basically I want to say I drink a capsule with water, but I want to say it in a fun way that also flows well. How would I say this? How about I say, told this medicine and take a capsule. Swallowing without water, I wish. Something. Another experience. Tiny paper cups stored in the cabinet drawer and promptly forced it to bear water. Liquid. H2O. This makes the I feel like this is too much. This makes the downing process fluid. Yes, fluid. Okay. Now every morning upon the many routines left on the bathroom counter, I reach for an orange cylinder which holds this medicine and take a capsule. Swallowing without water is something to never experience, so I take one of the tiny paper cups stored in the cabinet drawer and promptly force it to bear liquid H2O. This makes the downing process fluid. Do I pity anyone with the same kismet as I, for I understand my fortunate circumstance. This could work. I just don't like swallowing. Swallowing without water is something to never experience. I mean, why is it something to never experience? I think that's bad. I don't like that. I do like this. I reach for the orange cylinder which holds this medicine and take a capsule. I don't like this. Force it to bear liquid H2O. What the fuck am I talking about? So, I mean, could I just say I left something about it? I reach for the orange cylinder which holds this medicine and take a capsule. It sounds like I'm just taking it in my hand. I'm not specifying that I'm swallowing it. I guess that would work. And take a capsule. That's enough. Like, I don't need to specify. I'm taking a paper cup. And then, swallowing makes this process quite fluid. No, that's enough. That really is. Do I pity anyone with the same kismet as I, for I understand my fortunate circumstances? I know that kismet is kind of a confusing word. If you don't know what that is, it's basically same fate as I, same situation as I. So yeah, that works. At the end of the day, I only changed like this ending of this sentence, really. Maybe I could do this. That is a good song, I think. How about this one? Hot Lips. What's this one? I want it to be like frame per, like one frame of. That's why I say Nixes to brush my teeth with whitening toothpaste, floss, and use whitening mouthwash all the while warming the water in front of me. Having a smile that glistens along a poorly lit interior shows the utmost dedication to myself, and who from an outside perspective is to say that doesn't say it. That it doesn't. Who from an outside perspective is to say that it doesn't reflect in everything else I do along the way. So saying, if I have a nice smile, it shows dedication to myself. And how does that not reflect on everything else I do? Because I have dedication to everything I do. I am a hard worker. And I'm smart. I'm a freaking genius. I'm the best. Turn this down. Anyways, What happened to my chat? Anyways, here we go. Oh, wrong tab. Watching some Disguised Toast. Amazing streamer, by the way. So I say, next is to brush my teeth with whitening toothpaste. Oh, you can't even hear the music anymore. Okay, that's good enough. So next, okay, after brushing my teeth. Warming the water is, so I refer back to, all the while warming the water in front of me, so I refer back to this. Warming the water is rudimentary to my schedule and my cognitive function because contrary to my forefront, which is hair, my jaw has hair that seems to exhibit by the afternoon. That means his beard, pubes grow really quickly. Shaving with the cold water is unbearable, personally. So it's basically cognitive function. It's rudimentary, and I explain why cold water is unbearable, personally. A beard can show maturity, yes, but while I'm young, a clean shave looks best, I believe. Basically saying I'm shaving. So now towards the end, topping it all off, playing with my hair until it looks presentable takes a minute, but it's simplest to explain. Back into the right with a slightly messy look because I don't want to look like I'm trying too hard. Not that I feel as though I do. Bam bop, by the sweat of one's brow, my work here is finished. God, I look amazing as always. Hell yeah, brother. Where the frick is the chat, man? Why does this tab keep on going away? Pop out chat, please. Yes, thank you. I want it right here. And to not disappear, for the love of God. There you go. Not disappear, for the love of God. So that's how we stopped off. So now at the right. So we're done in the bathroom. That's the bathroom. Very simple place, but now you know that my man has a routine and he loves sticking to it because he is an amazing student. I kind of want to say that I look at the time, so I kind of say like, I want to say like school starts at this time. And I could say in my freshman year, I haven't missed a single day because I'm amazing. And I will be damned if I miss another day. But I want to say this character wakes up at 5 a.m. So, the reason I have like all this, like he's waking up and he's very structured, because I'm gonna break this character. I want him to fall apart very slowly, but eventually. So he's not gonna keep waking up at 5 a.m. every morning and doing whatever. And he's gonna realize he's gonna not be such a hard ass, man. Okay. So picking up my phone to check the time. Come on. It is only 5:10. Let's go with 5:20. 20. Plenty of time. Reasons itself for activity for other morning activity. Changes which like to fit in. So picking my phone to check the time is only 5:20. Plenty of time presents itself for other more changes which I like to fit in. Let's make this motherfucker a god. He runs every morning. He eats a big breakfast. So let's say he cooks. He's a man. Culture, of course. And I also said, I think up here I said he likes to read comic books. He's a goon around his friends, also to some degree. Loves D&D. Kind of a geek. Reading comics, wants to be president. Here, I'm gonna add this. I used to be chubby and is self-conscious. Rent. What does that mean? I'm assuming rent. I don't know what that means. Sorry. But welcome. So I want to say that this character used to be chubby and is self-conscious. So he tries to have a somewhat healthy lifestyle. Doesn't necessarily be like fitness god, but I'm just gonna say that he goes on morning runs because he likes to lose weight, you know. I also want this character to actually be involved in cross country at a school. I think that would be interesting, and this is based on a person that I know in real life, and I think it'll fit. Anyways, so other morning activities that I like to fit in. So now I need to kind of describe the environment outside of the bathroom, because all I've actually described after all this, which it may seem like a lot more, but all I've described is actually just the bathroom. So outside of the bathroom. So outside of the bathroom. Is the carpeted hallway, which on the right are, I think, let's go ahead and say, so that's the bathroom in the hallways. Let's go say there's 2 bedrooms and my mother's office. Left side, or the to the bathroom is the brown. Let's go is the tan carpeted hallway. I think like mentioning the color of the carpet might be just kind of a fun detail. I don't want to like describe like the color of the walls or anything. I just kind of like take note of important details. Like if I tell you that it's a tan carpet, I feel like you can kind of fill in other details, like what would match to a brown carpet in your mind, like the color of the walls. So outside the bathroom is the can carpeted hallway, which on the right are 2 bathrooms, and left side are 2 sets of stairs. One going down into the living room, the other heading up towards the landing and further my bedroom. So I kind of, before writing this, I think like it's important whenever you're writing to kind of have a layout of these important areas, which if further down, further onward, did I have onward? I feel like it should be onward, and further onward, my bedroom. A lot of commas. So picking up my phone to check the time, it's only 5:20. Plenty of time presents itself for my other morning activities, which I like to fit in. Outside of the bathroom is the tan carpeted hallway, which on the right are 2. Outside of the bathroom is the tan carpeted hallway. What is that? Maybe I should mention the walls actually, because there is no drywall. It's just kind of the bathroom. The bathroom has a lot of renovations, but does not mean that there's drywall throughout the entire house. So on the right are 2 bedrooms and my mother's office. Two bedrooms and my mother's office. Left side are 2 sets of stairs, one going down into the living room, the other heading up towards the landing and further onward my bedroom. I'll just say my own bedroom. Let's get wordy in this bitch. Hold on just 1 second, reading a text. Okay. So on the right, 2 bedrooms and my mother's office. Left side are 2 sets of stairs when going down into the living room. The other one heading up towards. I'm just gonna say a landing instead of the landing. That sounds like landing towards the other. The other heading up towards the landing. Landing, come out. Further onward, my. Further. Landing. So the way I imagine it, there's a landing, which kind of has like its own like carpeted space, but then landing towards a landing. I don't know how to say like the other heading up towards a landing. Let's just say towards a landing. In my own bedroom. Okay. That works. That works for now. Right. Who is this guy, man? On French. Don't know. I can say we don't know this, but I'm about to tell you a lot has changed since I first moved in. A lot has changed in the time I have been living here. Changed since the time I've been living here, but so much has changed. So a lot has changed. I think I'm gonna take this opportunity to describe the environment a little bit more here again. So I just want to take note, like, touring. Right. Come on, all of the bedrooms. Okay, I'm gonna change this a little bit too. So on the right, I'm gonna say there's the guest bedroom, but then there's also the mother's office and the master bedroom. Right is the guest bedroom. The master bedroom, and my mother's office. I don't like listing things like this, but I don't really know any other way to do it efficiently. Because honestly, at this, maybe I'm just tired, but honestly, I don't want to go out of my way to like find a creative way to say, hey, by the way, there's all this stuff. Now it sounds like I'm just kind of. Am I just kind of like, for no reason, explaining all this stuff? Is this character for no reason just like, by the way, here's all this cool stuff, but I'm not talking to an audience, I'm talking to myself. And why would this person need to think about all this stuff? Maybe that's... Was in a confident mood, so he's like talking to himself, basically explaining all this shit, right? So that makes sense. Again. I think this is fine, like explaining things the way I am right now. It's just an environment, really, but it should be one that this character is familiar with, but maybe I should say a lot has changed since I've been living here, but so much has changed. Let's go ahead and go with this. I'm gonna move this here and get rid of this. Change. A lot has changed since I've been living here, but so much has changed. I don't know what that is. On the right is the guest bedroom, master bedroom. All of which, after leaving the hallway, have been given their own wooden flooring. Alright, it's the guest bedroom, the master bedroom, and my mother's. Well, he changed his, but so much has changed. I mean, should I have to say? Let me think here. Should I have to say that the walls are? Should I only point it out if the walls are not normal? Because there isn't drywall sticking out in this hallway. It's just a normal hallway that's painted and it looks lovely with this tan, or it's brown carpet, man. Like, it's not like brown isn't the prettiest color, but it's a nice brown carpet. Like, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would want something else but for me, in this character, like, brown is fine. Like, he loves this place, man. So all of which have to leave the hallway, being given their own. I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest with you, to be completely honest with you, but I don't know how to feel about it. About it, I don't know how to feel about it, because compared to when we had carpet, my feet get a lot colder. Because compared to when we had on the wooden floor. But my mother thinks it looks nice and she likes it. I guess that is enough. Okay. So picking up my phone to check the time, it's only 20. It is only 5:20. Plenty of time presents itself for my other morning activities, which I like to fit in. Outside of the bathroom is a tan carpeted hallway. A lot has changed since I've been living here, but so much has changed. A lot has changed since I've been living. That is no. What the hell? Thank God I caught that. A lot has changed since I have been living here. On the right is the guest bedroom, the master bedroom, and my mother's office. All of which, after leaving the carpeted hallway, I've been given their own wooden flooring. I don't know how to feel about it, because compared to when we had carpet, my feet get a lot colder on the wood. I'm just gonna say on the wood. But my mother thinks it looks nice, and if she likes it, I guess that is enough. Left side are 2 sets of stairs, one going down into the living room, the other I'm gonna say left side are 2 sets of stairs, one going down into the living room, the other heading up towards the which I guess the living room and upstairs everything has carpet, thankfully, because that is my bedroom. and at least my feet can be warm in my own room. Okay, new paragraph. That's a pretty long one. I might have to split that into multiple, but I think for now that's fine. So let's go ahead and read it again. Picking up my phone to check the time, it is only 5:20. Plenty of time presents itself for other morning activities, which I'd like to fit in. Outside of the bathroom is the tan carpeted hallway. A lot has changed since I've been living here. On the right is the guest bedroom, the master bedroom, and my mother's office, all of which, after leaving the carpeted hallway, have been given their own wooden flooring. I don't know how to feel about it, because compared to when we had carpet, my feet get a lot colder on the wood, but my mother thinks it looks nice, and if she likes it, I guess that is enough. Left side are 2 sets of stairs, one going down into the living room, the other heading up towards the landing in my own bedroom. Upstairs, everything has carpet, thankfully, because that is my... Thankfully. Say that. Instead, upstairs everything has carpet, thankfully, because my feet can be warm in my own bedroom. In my own room. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So, what I want this character to do is to go up the stairs. So what he's gonna go up the stairs, and on this landing, I think that's, so we're getting into the nerd side of this character, right? So I say he, we already said he's balding, he's smart, he's, loves D&D, reading comics, and wants to be... He's a geek, bro. What do geeks love? Freaking building Legos. Let's go. So I'm gonna go upstairs. What I feel I should do next is need on the morning when having a healthy lifestyle isn't exactly my forte, but honestly, I wonder if there's any way I can make this fancier. I have a Google security alert. What's going on, brother? Hold on. Google security alert. Who is signing into my account? Oh yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah. Okay, picking up my phone. Please time is this. The synonyms are great. So activities. This adventure. I like venture. The morning ventures. Ventures, which I like to fit in, baby. Let's go. Outside of the bathroom. Outside of the bathroom. Out of the, I say restroom. Restroom is the tan carpeted hallway. I guess I can I switch in between bathroom and restroom a lot. Bathroom. It doesn't really matter. It's the tan carpeted hallway. You know what? Fuck it. Living? What other words can I say instead of living? Staying? I'm gonna say staying. I like staying more. On the right is the guest bedroom. All of which after leaving the carpeted hallway. Passageway. Passageway. Is that a word? Passageway. Passageway. I don't know how to feel about it. Necessarily feel as comfort as rooms compared to before. Change because when they add carpet, my because when carpet my feet. Changed before they were changed. I don't necessarily feel as comfortable in those rooms compared to before they changed. Because my and I need to stay. I want to say that my feet were cold there, but I don't necessarily feel as comfortable in those rooms compared to before they were changed. But due to my feet cold on. Before changed. Carpet kept my feet warm, but this is just kind of a complex sentence. Looks nice. Say if she likes it, I guess that is enough. There we go. So there we go. So now I say, so let's read through. I'm picking up my phone to check the time. It is only 25:20. Plenty of time presents itself for other morning ventures, which I like to fit in. Outside of the bathroom is a tan carpeted hallway. A lot has changed since I've been staying. On the right is the guest bedroom, the master bedroom, and my mother's office, all of which, after leaving the carpeted passageway, have been given their own wooden flooring. I don't necessarily feel as comfortable in those rooms compared to before. They were changed because the carpet kept my feet warm, but my mother thinks it looks nice. If she likes it, I guess that is enough. Left side are two sets of stairs, one going down into the living room, the other heading up towards the landing in my own bedroom. Upstairs, everything has carpet, thankfully, because my feet can be warm in my own room. I like that a lot more. I think that's nice. I think I'm starting to get a little tired, so I think it's enough. I mean, I didn't really add much. I only added this paragraph and this sentence, but honestly, I think that's pretty important. Like, I got to think about a lot of things and explain a lot of things, and Colin the French stopped by and said "Va rent." I don't know what that means, bro, but, like, congratulations. Thanks for stopping by, man. That's, like, a single comment that I didn't have before. Anyways, lots of love. Thanks for anyone that did stop by, and goodbye.